Welcome back to my channel. So glad you are here. And this is going to be the last video of this evening, as I will be settling into, or probably by the time this actually gets uploaded and you'll probably get a chance to see it, will be after the premiere of tonight's RHOC. But I wanted to make sure I got this video out to you guys too, because we got so much to talk about. Yeah, so this is going to be a little bit of a meaty video, but we're going to try to compress it as much as we can, because I really do want to know your thoughts as well. So make sure you are dropping those down in the comment section below. We are talking, as you can see, starting off, about a couple of good things that happened this past week, that being of Russell and Ciara. They are celebrating, or just got through celebrating, their 8th anniversary, their 8th year anniversary. So kudos and congratulations to them on that. We're also talking about Jonathan Majors supporting his lady love, Meagan Good, at the premiere of her Divorce in the Black. That's a new Prime Tyler Perry movie that's coming out. I actually did a video on that under my live tab, so make sure if you haven't gotten a chance to check that video out, that you do so after this one. And then we're also talking about Emma Roberts, and is the Nepo effect, and how is that affecting her? That Nepo effect, meaning the Nepo baby effect. Yeah, the curse of that. And then we're also going to be talking about Christina Applegate. Now, you know that she is going through a very difficult time at times with the condition that she has shared, that she suffers from MS. And so my heart definitely goes out to her. My thoughts go to her. I know that that is a very challenging condition to have. And so she wanted to share some bucket list ideas that she had. I've always been a fan myself of Christina Applegate, even beyond Married with Children. I think she just seems like a phenomenal person. So yeah, I wanted to just talk a little bit about what she wanted to do and what she wanted to get into, and how she's appreciating life in a certain way, because, you know, MS is a very difficult condition to have. So we are going to get into all of those stories. I definitely want to make sure, again, that you leave in those thoughtful conversations that you may have, your comments and such, down that comment section, and, you know, talk with me and talk with the others. So yeah, let's get into the first story, which, as you can see, is one of my favorite couples as well. Now, my all-time favorite at this point, I mean, look, you all know it's only Ashanti right now as far as celebrity couples are concerned. And I also love Ciara and Russell. I love their I just love their love, I guess, right? I love the way that they seem to be with each other. They seem extremely happy, and I am so happy for her, because, boy, you know, Ciara went through it. So we don't need to go into too much details on that. I'm sure you've been reading all the blogs and seen all the things for the last 10 years or so on that as well. So let's get into the very first story, okay? Now, it shows, or is shared by people, that Russell Wilson celebrates 8th wedding anniversary with Ciara, and he says basically, here's to a lifetime of more. And I do see that, feel that, and believe that for them. Now, since we met, you've been my strength in every trial, my joy in every moment, my peace in every prayer, Wilson wrote of his longtime love. Russell Wilson is celebrating 8 years of marriage with Ciara and a lifetime to go. The Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback, 35, marked the milestone with a celebration of the couple throughout the years, including some cute cameos from their kids, Amora, 6 months, Wynn, 4, Sienna, 7, and future Zaire, 10, from her previous relationship with rapper Future. And boy, they do have some beautiful kids. Alongside the sweet clips, which range from red carpet appearances and lovey-dovey home videos to footage from the couple's 2016 wedding, Wilson also wrote a sweet message for the Like a Boy singer, celebrating 8 years of God's love and grace over us. At Ciara, the NFL star began, since we met, you've been my strength in every trial, my joy in every moment, my peace in every prayer. God bless me with the most incredible gift in you. Woo! How can you not fall in love with that? I am so grateful for our journey together, Wilson continued. Here's to a lifetime more. I love you, Mrs. Wilson, to heaven and back. Ciara later posted her own anniversary message on Instagram, where she celebrated her love for Wilson and his for her. I love walking with you, talking with you, being in your arms, and doing everything with you. I'm the happiest girl because of how you love me. I'm so grateful for our love. 8 years, so proud of us. Yeah, happy anniversary, my love. At Dane Russ Wilson, I love you so much, she wrote in her post caption. so beautiful. The sweet note was shared alongside a montage video showing sweet moments between the couple and special times spent with their children. Earlier this year, Ciara celebrated a different milestone in her relationship with a longtime love, Wilson, the anniversary of the day the pair had met. In March, the 1-2-step artist shared an Instagram post to commemorate the day when she and the quarterback first crossed paths. Alongside photos and videos of herself with a large bouquet of heart balloons, Ciara had wrote 3/26, the day that we met 9 years ago and forever one of the best days of my life. I love you so much, at Dangerous Wilson, she added. Ciara and Wilson exchanged vows on July 6, 2016, more than a year after their March 2015 meet cute at Peckforton Castle in Cheshire, England. Later that day, the stars each confirmed their marriage on social media with photos from the big day and a shared message, "We are the Wilsons." Opening up about her life as a mom and wife in 2021, Ciara told GQ, "I feel like I could look back in a crystal ball when I was a little girl and I looked at the idea of my family and what it would be for me. It's exactly this." Added Wilson, "Every day I come home from work and it's late at night. It's after film and practice and all of that. And me and Ciara together, and we just smile from ear to ear in the kitchen because we realize that our family is a beautiful blended family, but it's also, our family. It's us." Oh, just love. Don't you just love? Oh my gosh. Again, like I said, with all the time with Ciara, not Ciara, but Nelly and Shanti, you can just bottle that up and share it across the world. My goodness, what a better place we will be. So congratulations to Ciara and Russell. We love this for you. So many blessings, continued blessings. I feel like definitely you are each other's end game. Your family is beautiful. Go ahead and hit those congratulations. Drop them in the comment section for this couple. Happy anniversary again to the Wilsons. Relationships and maintaining relationships and staying in relationships are not easy, and they do it and they make it look effortless. We all know that, behind the scenes, sometimes, we can go, right? Relationships are not perfect, but what they show is that when you have the right person in the right union and you are intentional, and that's one thing about this couple I always feel about them, they're so intentional, and that is a huge word with so much meaning, because when you are intentional in the steps that you do, this is the kind of situation you can have. So congratulations to them for sure. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next story. We got, coming from People, another couple in the budding trenches of love. And that would be Jonathan Majors and Meagan Good. And I don't know why those two names were about to run together. Maybe that's a Freudian slip. We'll have to see. But I'm here for it. I don't care. I'm here for the love. I am here for the love. So here we go. According to People, Jonathan Majors supports his girlfriend Meagan Good at Divorce in the Black premiere. The pair, who started dating in May of 2023, have walked several red carpets as an item earlier this year. Meagan Good has a supporter in boyfriend Jonathan Majors, and for sure we know Jonathan Majors is a supporter in Meagan Good. Now, Good, 42, and Majors, 34, stepped out together at the premiere of Good's latest film, Divorce in the Black, in New York City on July 8th. Good arrived at the premiere in a gown that exposed her midriff. Her baby blue gown included a halter neck feature that created a crisscross illusion across her bust and then left her abs exposed. The dress skirt, although was a A-line silhouette, also revealing and included a see-through fabric that exposed her, I guess that was necessary, her undergarments. All right. She wore new strappy heels, a vibrant blue geometric clutch, oversized translucent and bright blue bangles, and a pair of big, edgy triangle drop earrings that were visible thanks to her stylish updo. Now, Majors opted for a more subtle look and arrived at the premiere in a black cardigan and black trousers. He wore a pair of black loafers and a blue and white pinstripe button-down that peeked through the collar of his cardigan. The couple, who began dating in May of 2023, have made several red carpet appearances over the past few months. They most recently appeared at the 4th Annual Hollywood Unlock Impact Awards. I did a video about that. Check that out under my live as well. During his acceptance speech for the Perseverance Award at the ceremony, the DeFive Bloods actor said of his girlfriend, "You done carried me so many nights." Divorce in the Black, which is written, directed, and produced by Tyler Perry, follows the sudden unraveling of a marriage between a young bank professional, Ava, which is good, and her husband, Dallas Corey Hardwick. Now, during the after party, the couple remained close, getting the spirits hitting the dance floor. At one point, Majors drew a small crowd with his enthusiastic dance moves. The couple were seen holding hands throughout the night. At the 30th Essence Festival on Culture on July 6th, Good and Hardwick had told people that they were able to help each other as they each went through divorces of their own while working on the project. What I'll say is that we've been friends for a long time and definitely support each other. Definitely want to see each other win. Definitely share some unique experiences, but the biggest thing is that we just want to see each other win and have an opportunity to just act good people, Good told people of Hardwick. After 9 years of marriage, Good split from her husband and author Devon Franklin in December of 2021, finalizing their divorce in June of 2022. She started dating Majors less than a year later while he was embroiled in legal troubles. In March of 2023, the actor was arrested for an alleged domestic dispute and subsequently was charged with assault and harassment several days later. During that summer, Majors made an in-person court appearances for the domestic violence case alongside Good. And I do have videos on the platform as well if you want for reference to take a look. If you haven't had a chance, go ahead and do so. In December, Majors was found guilty of a misdemeanor assault in the 3rd degree and harassment in the 2nd degree and was dropped as Kong by Marvel Studios about an hour after the jury reached the verdict. In April, he was sentenced to a 1-year domestic violence treatment program. In February, following Major's guilty verdict, a source told people that the pair were still solid and very much in love, confirming that they had been living together in New York City. In March, Good told people, "I am the happiest I've been in a long time," speaking about both the relationship with the Devotion actor and her recent professional success. Majors, who recently booked his acting gig since his assault conviction, expressed his admiration for Good during his Hollywood Unlocked acceptance speech in June. And Meagan, "I love you with all my strength, with all my heart, I love you," he said. And of course, Divorced in Black is available on Prime Video on today, July 11th. So that's another wonderful opportunity to catch another good flick. And I'm going to catch that too. I may end up seeing that this weekend. And, hey, I might review that here. So, if you plan on watching the Divorced in Black, if you have Prime, drop that down in the comment section and let me know, because that might be something I might want to just kind of chit chat with you about, because I would love to know your thoughts, because I do definitely plan on watching it. So yeah, tell me your thoughts. What are you thinking? I know some people were not really for this relationship. The bottom line is they are together. They seem happy. She seems happy. I'll be honest with you, she seems really relaxed to me, and I'm here for it. We don't ever really know all the things that are going on in someone's relationship. We're not supposed to, right? At the end of the day, what she sees in him is something that he ignites and opens up for her, and vice versa. And quite frankly, it seems like he could not be any more grateful than to have someone like Meagan by his side during the trouble he's dealing with. We all have our feelings and thoughts about those situations, but it looks like they have put pretty much a pin in that situation, and we are moving on and forward with the love between these two for however long it lasts. I wish them well. I wish them the best. So, go ahead and leave your comments down below in the comment section. Of course, we want to be respectful of the comments and making sure that we are just staying positive with the situation. I would love to know your thoughts, though. So drop those down. So let's go ahead and move on to the next story. We are scrolling right on down to Emma Roberts and what she would, I guess I would probably deem the Nepo baby curse. Let's get into it. Now, according to Emma Roberts and E! She says that she lost jobs because of her famous relatives. Now, Emma Roberts, who's Julia Roberts' niece, weighed in on the nepotism debate, saying her famous family has harmed her career. Emma Roberts' family didn't get her foot in the door. It caused it to slam in her face. Oh, wow. In fact, the Scream Queen's actress, whose aunt is Julia Roberts, and dad, who's actor Eric Roberts, said she has experienced nearly the opposite of most Nepo babies. I wonder why that is. Moving on. "I've lost more jobs than I've gained from being in the business," she told Flaunt magazine. "People have opinions, and sometimes maybe they're not good opinions of people in your family. I've never gotten a job because of it. I know I definitely have lost a couple jobs because of it." And while Emma didn't mention what gig exactly she lost, she did take aim at the 2022 New York Magazine feature that ignited the debate among Hollywood's offspring. It was a cheap shot to put all the celebrity kids on the cover of a magazine on babies' bodies, the 33-year-old said. "It's like the Nepo baby conversation would have been a more interesting article written intelligently in Vanity Fair with nuance, but instead it was kind of this viral hating on people thing." The American Horror Story star has often pushed back on the label. I've auditioned for so many things and never gotten the part, she admitted to Pop Eater in 2011. It's like, maybe someone can get you one part, but they can't really get you 10 parts. While the mom of Sun Roads 3 has taken her stance on nepotism, other stars are feeling quite the opposite about their family influence. Take, for instance, Maya Hawke, whose parents are Uma Thurman and Ethan Hawke. I think I'll get a couple chances on their name, and then if I suck, I'll get kicked out of the kingdom, the Stranger Things star has admitted, and that's what should happen. So I'm just going to try not to suck. All right. A reminder that this conversation has been going on for a while. Emma was early in pushing back against the notion that being Julia Roberts' niece and Eric Roberts' daughter was the key to her career. A lot of people think that the Scream 4 actress, then 20, told Pop Eater in 2011, and they talk about nepotism, which I think is so ridiculous, considering it's obviously not true. Okay. Because I've auditioned for so many things and never gotten the part. Also, it's like, maybe someone can give you that one part, but, maybe you can't get the 10, and that's just a repeat of what you shared earlier. Yes, what are your thoughts about this Nepo thing? I mean, yeah, I do remember it was a big deal about a year or two ago. I do think that, what was it? Curtis. Gosh, I can't think of her first name right now. But Curtis. Curtis. Yeah. You can think of her first name. Go ahead and drop down the bottom for me in the comment section. But Jamie Lee Curtis, that's it. Jamie Lee Curtis. I know she came out and she had a lot to say about that. And she didn't appreciate the notion of being a Nepo baby and what that caused. Let's be fair, though. I mean, I'm not one of those, so I guess I can't tell you from firsthand experience. But sometimes it does think that it will make one think that, yes, because Hollywood is so small, and you start to find out later on that a lot of people are connected to each other by cousins, sisters, brothers, all that kind of stuff. They just hide it because they don't want you to know that. So, I mean, to say that there's no nepotism going on, I mean, come on. We're not daft. We know there's opportunities that are made for individuals, maybe some that get them just because of someone's name. This is how the world does work in a lot of ways. Unfortunately, talent is not always what rises to the top. So that's not to say that those who do get those opportunities aren't talented. It's just saying that I don't always know if talent is always the number one situation as to why somebody gets a part or 2 or 10. But I also can see where some individuals may not get the same kind of reception. And so I guess it just depends on what your connection is and who those family members can be. So I can see how it could hurt you or it could help you. But, to pretend that this doesn't exist, I think would be really very naive of us. I think with all the things that we've been learning in 2024 alone, as Cat Williams has basically allowed us to know this was going to be the year of truth and definitely of exposure, we're seeing a lot of how things were intertwined and connected and made available for a lot of people who otherwise probably should not have had it. Look, we have seen this time and time again throughout our lives in different situations where, you'll see somebody that will make a sports team, for instance, or any type of team of name one, I don't care. And, maybe somebody got in there because they knew somebody, but someone else who was just as equally or maybe more talented didn't get that opportunity because they didn't have that connection. It does happen. So, at the end of the day, we just hope that something will open up for whoever the individuals who are the talented ones who want to pursue for their journey to give them that opportunity or something that is maybe even better for them, but at the end of the day, it does exist. Sorry that it didn't work out for, I guess, Emma, but hey, I haven't seen her in a lot of stuff. Maybe you have. If you have seen her acting, Trek, go ahead and throw that in the comment section. I did just see a movie called The Something Web. Ooh, that's bad because now I don't remember the full name of it. It was a Netflix movie. She was in it, and I wasn't really sure that it was her. And then, because it wasn't really about her. I don't know if they were Madam Web. That's it, Madam Web. I don't know if it would have ever become about her. It didn't seem like that kind of a role. It was about somebody else and other people. So I don't know what would have come to be if they continue on with it. I don't even know how well it did. We just happened to catch it this Saturday. I don't even know how long it's been out, but I was interested. I watched it. It was fine. We're watching it at home. It was good. But yeah, so let me know your thoughts down below about that. I would really love to know. Now, let's see. We got any more going on here? We sure do. We're moving on to Miss Christina Applegate. There she is. Let's get on with this. She's sharing that she is what is top on her bucket list. Now, Christina Applegate, and I guess this sharing is coming from Fox San Antonio. Christina Applegate shares top bucket list items for the days that she has left amid her MS battle. Actor Christina Applegate, who has been open about her battle with multiple sclerosis, continues to be candid about how she wants to spend her remaining days. Ahead of the 4th of July holiday, she had took to social media to share a few top bucket list items. She says that there are things that I want to do with the days I have left in life. I want to work with Shirley MacLaine and do shots with Cher. And yes, my days are so big, just saying. Bless her. The post marks the second time Applegate recently mentioned MacLaine on social media. Maybe Miss Shirley MacLaine is listening, I hope. I wish I could work with Shirley MacLaine. That's all she posted in June. Woke up and that dream I have had for my whole life washed over me, and I wept for a minute. I'm sure I will again. Oh, and Shirley, I don't have your number anymore. So, while shooting Netflix hit Dead to Me in 2021, Applegate, now 52, announced she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, which the Mayo Clinic defines as a potentially disabling disease of the brain and spinal cord that causes communication problems between your brain and the rest of your body. Eventually, the disease can cause permanent damage or deterioration of the nerve fibers. According to the Mayo Clinic, some people with severe MS may lose the ability to walk independently or move, while others experience long periods of remission without any new symptoms. There's no cure for multiple sclerosis. Since her diagnosis, Applegate has been sharing more about the challenges she deals with as a person with a serious health issue. In March, she launched a podcast, Messy co-hosting with Jamie Lynn Sigler, a fellow actor who also has MS. Guests so far include Eddie Falco, Jimmy Kimmel, and Gene Smart, to name a few. A recent episode in June features Applegate's 13-year-old daughter, Sadie, who detailed her own diagnosis with postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, or POTS. I have no clue what it actually is, but it's something to do with the autonomic nervous system, and it affects my heart, the teenager said during the podcast. When I stand up, I get really, really dizzy and my legs get really weak, and I feel like I'm going to pass out. That's only on really bad days when it's hot out. Bless her heart. POTS is characterized by an excessively reduced volume of blood returns to the heart after an individual stands up from a lying down position, according to the National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke. Main symptoms include lightheadedness or fainting. Aside from talking about health issues, Applegate admitted she has also become quite the reality TV junkie. The dating show Love Island is among her favorites. If you're watching Love Island, let me know. That seems to have gotten a real huge boost somehow in the last few months or so. I never watched it. And is that also the show that Vanderpump Rules' Ariana Madix is a host of? Let me know if you know for sure. If you do, drop that in the comment section because I'm not really sure. But yeah, somehow there's been a boost on that show. So if you watch it, let me know. I clearly have not watched it. So it looks like her bucket list item is to work with Shirley MacLaine for the most part. And yeah, I think that would be great. Shirley MacLaine is a great actress and she's done a lot of great movies. So I think that seeing those two on screen would be something fun. It would be a treat for us for sure. But continue wishes for, you know, as many long days as she can have. I really feel for Christina and any of those who suffer from anything really, and also in particular and specific to MS. It's just not a great situation to have to deal with, of course. So definitely my thoughts and prayers and well wishes go to her and her daughter as well, who's experiencing her own health issues. So just definitely keeping them in your thoughts, and definitely feel free to throw in any well wishes as such in the comment section below. That would be really nice. So we are now moving on to our final sharing, which is this is going to be interesting. Now, we all know that Miss J-Lo has been in the news, in our psyche, in the media quite a bit for months now, I would say. It's just been an onslaught of things after things after things, between her documentary, her docuseries, her music, the pending rumors, or the rumors of the pending divorce with Ben, whether it will or won't. It's just been a lot going on, to say the least. The tour that was and no longer is. And then, of course, you throw P. Diddy in the mix as well. Now, quick rundown. We all know that J-Lo had dated P. Diddy many, many moons ago, and they are no longer together, period. End stop, full stop. Their relationship has been chronicled quite a bit. But I did find it interesting that there was a bit of a sharing in regards to her opinions and her feelings about how and why they broke up, and a little bit about what happened with their relationship. But even more importantly, there was a little bit of information in regards to what was said anyways, and her thoughts about some of the recent situations that we have seen in regards to P. Diddy, and more in particular, that video that we've all seen with him and Cassie. So let's go ahead and get into that. And yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. Now, according to Showbiz Cheat Sheet and NEWSBREAK, oh, hold on with me now. All right. So Jennifer Lopez said her relationship with Sean Diddy Combs was emotionally exhausting. Now, just before Jennifer Lopez embarked on the whirlwind that was Bennifer, she was in high-profile relationship with Sean Diddy Combs. The pair had dated on and off for 2 years before calling it quits for good in 2001. Lopez said that their relationship came at a good time in her life. It became so emotionally exhausting that she was glad she had been young through it all. At the end of the day, it was also the real huge boost-up start to what is now her life, or what has now been her life for the last 24 years. So yeah, I would say the fate of them meeting did very well for her. Moving on. Now, Jennifer Lopez shared why she found her relationship with Diddy so exhausting. Lopez and Diddy had met on the set of her If You Had My Love music video. He quickly began pursuing her, but she took longer to warm up to him. Early on, before they were together, he told her he was in love with her. I was like, this guy is crazy, I said in her voice. You don't even know me, she told Vanity Fair in 2011, adding, I kept him at a distance, but then he kept calling me, and I guess it was exciting at the beginning. He was from New York, and I was from New York. We just kind of spoke the same language, and we both had a love of music. He sort of mentioned me and was very sweet in the beginning. He sort of mentored me, and was very sweet in the beginning. Their relationship quickly hit a public rough patch after a 1999 New York City club pow-powing. Lopez said this wasn't the first time they'd had problems. Now, according to her, they broke up many times throughout their relationship. It wasn't a great time in my life, she said. It was scary. And we broke up many times before that and got back together and broke up again, and nobody knew about it. It was very tempestuous. Now, I know how to say this word. Tempestuous. Oh my gosh. It was very, very crazy. I know how to say that word. This is what happens when you do a lot of videos, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, moving on. It's been chaotic. It was crazy. You know, it was living la vida loca. Now, towards the end of it, it was emotionally exhausting. It was good that I was young. Yeah, I bet. She admitted she made many mistakes across various relationships. Now, Lopez had admitted that in her relationships with tempestuous. That's the word, tempestuous. Okay. Let's go back. Now, Lopez admitted that in her relationships with Diddy and others, she made the same mistake over and over. So we're getting a little bit of an enlightenment here. I wasn't in touch with who I was, what I wanted, what I deserved, what I needed. It was more about the other person for me, and that's where I made my mistakes, she said. It wasn't even their fault. It was me. Oh, wow. I needed to get to where I could say, I know what I want. I know what I need. I can't let you do this. I can't let this happen. I can't let that happen. She said that learning to tell herself she was worth more than these relationships helped her. She developed a greater sense of what she wanted out of her romances. Now, Jennifer Lopez is now reportedly disgusted by Diddy. All things alleged. Years after their split, Lopez reportedly wants nothing to do with her ex. This year, video footage, of course, of Diddy attacking his former girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, was leaked and pretty much blasted all over the world. While Lopez has not publicly commented on the video, sources claim she did find the footage horrifying. Among everything else that Jen is dealing with in her life, she is aware and has seen what Diddy did and is tremendously disappointed, a source told DailyMail.com. Jen is not going to address the accusations or take time to talk about them because it is not her story to tell. Not that people forget, but her relationship with him several years ago had its tumultuous ups and downs. While he has done and what he has done and what he has been accused of is heartbreaking. It is disgusting for her to see that someone who had at one point in her life was someone she had put so much trust in has ended up turning into a very damaged human being. It's disturbing to see. Now, of course, this is all things alleged. We have not heard anything in regards to, as they shared in the sharing, and I just go ahead and foot stomp. We have not heard anything publicly being said. You know, all things have been mummed for this point, and all things, obviously, in that situation are alleged. But we all did see that video, and it was disgusting. And that's just the bottom line. But going back to a couple of things that I wanted to make a point of that I thought was quite interesting, because this is something that I've heard quite often lately, that people felt that J-Lo just wasn't in touch with, and that was with herself. So her actually being able to take a moment and make a decision off of maybe that relationship and other relationships that had not worked out for her, to come to a point of knowing that she needed to really understand that she was worth more than the things that she was dealing with, and that she needed to make those choices that were better decisions for her. Now, I don't know if that's a coming to moment for her while she's going through what she's going through right now. But I think it's the most insight that we have seen about what makes her tick, right? What makes her continue to go from relationship to relationship to relationship. The bottom line is, you know, she is, you know, a celebrity. She is a high-vis individual. People are going to always see and know what's going on. If she got married all these many times that she has, and been in all these relationships that she's had, and wasn't a celebrity, nobody would care. So at the end of the day, you know, I wish, you know, well for her. There's a lot going on. I know that there's a lot of unpleasant things that have been revealed, and I hope that she will be able to be given the opportunity to really make amends in however way that she sees fit to do so. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know what that is. She's not admitting to anything or any wrongdoings, but there is a lot out there. And I have said before, you know, sometimes when there's smoke, there's fire. So we will see what comes, what may. I don't really, you know, find any joy in her self-destructing, or the destruction of, or what appears to be destructive of, you know, what's going on. I don't want to say she's self-destructing, but just, you know, what's going on. It's not a pleasant thing. And we'll just have to see how things work out. But I definitely would say, yeah, you know, the music stuff, I mean, I'd hang that up. That's just my opinion. You know, she can do what she wants to do. If she wants to do another album, do as many albums you want. But I think that your lane is really the movies, and she does well in that lane, whether it be rom-com or some of these other things she's branching out to Netflix. I enjoy them, you know, so, you know, at the end of the day, she can do what she wants to do, of course, right? You know, she may surprise us and woo us later on, but hopefully she is getting all of the care that she needs. I did do a video not too long ago that dropped where she's getting a lot of family support as well. So I just hope that continued for her. And, you know, we'll just see what turns around, because I have a funny feeling we haven't seen the end of J-Lo. You know, she is, you know, been in the game for a long time, and she's going to be fine, you know, at least money-wise for sure, as far as all is concerned. But, you know, as far as the career and what her life is going to be beyond Ben, if that's what takes place, or who knows, she may reconcile with Ben. I mean, we never know. So I guess we'll just have to see how this all shakes up. I wish her well, though. I wish her family well. I wish the kids well, because the kids to me are the most important. So definitely want to know your thoughts of all of the stories that we talked about today. Share, please, down below. You know, what are you thinking about Cece and Russell? I mean, they were the most sweetest situation on here. So I wanted to start off with them, and then Jonathan Majors and Meagan Good just added that extra oomph to it. And so that's why they were all in the beginning of the video. So, you know, give you the sweet and then end you with the thought-provoking, I guess. And maybe the revealing as much as was in that sharing. But I definitely want to know your thoughts about all of that. So, you know, definitely leave your well wishes, celebratorial comments, and then your thought-provoking sharings as well in the comment section. Really appreciate it. And again, if you are new here and you have not yet subscribed, I hope that you will. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button. Become part of the family. We would love to have you. I enjoy having these conversations, and I enjoy seeing what you guys want to share about and communicating back and forth with you. I think it's great to just have that rapport, and I really do appreciate your viewing support. And I think that will about do it for this video. So I wish you well, and until next time. Bye. Oh, and by the way, if you enjoy the commentary, please, go ahead and throw a like. I'd appreciate that. Bye.